Hey, good afternoon. I've got 1 o'clock, Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. Have you heard of the name George Gore? Old school, way back, 1880s, 1890s. Why am I mentioning his name? His career batting average, 301. And I'm covering for the last couple months all 203 baseball players with a career batting average over 300. And George Gore, you become number 195 on my list that I have covered. Since there's 203, this means 8 more to go. And I'm done covering them all. Starting with Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth, George Sisler, Ted Williams, and down the list, 300 or better career all the way down, and I'm at 195. George Gore, 1879 through 1892. 301 career batting average. This guy was a good hitter. First year, 63 games, 70 hits, bats 263. But his second year, see, in the 1880s, they didn't play 154 game season. They were lucky to get 100 games. So in 1880, 77 games are listed, 322 at bats, gets 116 hits, and bats 360. Not bad. 77 games. 1881, 73 games, 298. 1882, 84 games, 319. Got a couple of 300 batting average seasons going. His fifth year in the league, he scores 105 runs in 92 games. That's more than a run a game scored. He gets 131 hits and bats 334. 3 seasons over 300. His sixth year, 104 runs scored, 134 hits, 318. Good. He never had 100 RBIs in a season, so I won't mention that. But he's got 7 seasons, 100 runs scored, and they're not even playing. The highest he gets is 130 games. But most of the time, it's just about 100 games, and he's scoring 100 runs. George Gore. 1885, 115 runs scored, 313 average. 1886, 150 runs scored in 118 games. 150. Whoa. 135 hits, 304 average. I'm counting 6 seasons, 300 or better. 1887, 290 average. 1888, 220. Didn't play that much that year. 1889, 305. 1890. Well, 1889, he scores 132 runs and bats 305. 1890, he scores 132 again, 318 average. 1891, 103 runs scored, 284 average. 1892 is last year, 73 games, 241 average. But George Gore accomplished something that is incredible. You want to hear it? I told you he has 7 seasons, 100 runs scored. 2 more of those seasons, 90 plus. So 9 seasons out of 14, 90 runs scored plus. But listen to this stat. I didn't realize it. George Gore. 1,310 games. He scored 1,327 runs. He averaged a run scored per game played in his career. How hard is that to do? And how many players can make that claim? 1,327 runs scored in 1,310 games. 7 seasons over 100, 2 more seasons over 90. 1,612 hits. Now, this is an era where they didn't play 150 games, 154 game season. His highest in games played was 130. One other season he played 120, and then he's got some other seasons where it's just 100 games. 1,612 hits in 1,310 games. Let's double it. 1,310 times 2 would be 2,620 games. Double the hits, 1,612. He would have had 2,824 hits if he had played 2,600 games. That is the pace that George Gore was on. 2,800 hits if he played 20 years. But he didn't. Played 14. 301 career batting average. His high was 360. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 14 years, 300 or better. George Gore, much better player than some of the other guys I've been covering, like the last guy, Rube Bressler or Homer Sumer, Carl Reynolds, Sammy Hale, Ed McBean, George Grantham, Eddie Brown, Harry Larkin, Steve Brody, all these guys I've been covering before. They didn't accomplish as much as George Gore did. 301 career batting average. But how about the pace he was on for runs scored and hits? I told you, 1,300 games, 1,300 runs scored. He plays 2,000 games. He was on pace for 2,000 runs scored. Good hitter, good run scored producer. Didn't do much in RBIs. 600 RBIs for his career. That's pathetic. But the runs scored and the hits and the batting average. Good player. George Gore. I'm done with him. 196 on the list is a guy named George Stone. He batted 301 for his career. I'm going to look at him next. I'm out.